Hello, my name is Justin Adams, and welcome to Jay's Days. Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg were so good together. Remember when those two, when we heard those names before, and we were like, oh, that can be a hit or miss. And then we saw the other guys, and we were like, oh, these two are a comic duo that need to do movies together. They have perfect chemistry. Another movie would be so great. I cannot wait for their next movie together. Fuck. Daddy's Home is directed by Sean Anders. If you don't know who that guy is, he's the guy that did Sex Drive. He's the guy that did That's My Boy. He's a guy that doesn't do good movies. Now, at first, I thought this guy was going to be awesome. He directed Sex Drive, which I love Sex Drive, and he wrote screenplays for She's Out of My League and Hot Tub Time Machine. 3 sex comedies that I think are funny in their own right. They aren't movies that you should take too seriously, but they're still pretty funny movies. And then he directed That's My Boy, and then he directed fucking what else? He wrote like Mr. Popper's Penguins, a draft at least for Dumb and Dumber 2. He's just oh man, this movie was just bad. But this movie, Daddy's Home, makes me want to watch Get Hard again and think that Get Hard is actually good. I thought Get Hard was a terrible Will Ferrell performance. I thought that he dumbs himself down. He does those the long words. Like, it used to be so funny, and now he is just turning into a big joke. And I can tell Daddy's Home, like, he tried to do something a little different, not at all. He is just doing this dumb guy, nice guy thing that he just... I hated this movie. I did not like it. But one thing I will say, though, while this movie's getting terrible reviews and I don't like it, and my girlfriend, she went with me and she hated it too. We equally only laughed at a few things. The theater that we were in were in love with this movie. They were howling with laughter. They were having such a good time. I don't know what they were watching or what they thought they were watching, but they really enjoyed it. I and my girlfriend, we did not like this movie. We were sitting there like... I laughed at like a few things. Like there are a few moments that made me giggle, but Mark Wahlberg he was sleepwalking this entire movie. I feel like he did not want to... I felt like after like the first week, he was like, this movie's gonna be shit. I'm just gonna take off my shirt and then that's gonna be my job for this. Linda, forgot your last name. She is Velma from Scooby-Doo. She's on Freaks and Geeks. She's a good actress. Wasted in this movie. Her character was horrible. Talk about a terrible female performance, and talk about terrible kid performances. Like, it's not really their fault. It's just the terrible writing. It's like, just these characters are just so horrible. Oh my god. The worst part about the movie is that they try to like teach, like, it tries to be a movie about like dads, and oh man, it's just bad parenting. It's just the entire movie. I'm just like, that's a terrible decision. And at the end, they're like, this is what being a dad's all about. It's just about dealing with shit. And I'm like, that is not... If this is what being a dad is all about, then this is why Donald Trump wants to be president. Just the world is just going to shit. I'm just going to watch The Other Guys. The Other Guys is a much better movie. And I think it's so weird. I think it's funny how Will Ferrell and Adam McKay, they were like together all the time. They did Anchorman together. They did Talladega Nights, Step Brothers, The Other Guys, a shit ton of movies together. And this year, Adam McKay is like, you know what? I'm going to do something different. Steve Carell, come with me. I'm going to do something called The Big Short. Are you interested in Steve? But Will Ferrell's like, okay, dude, I'll be over here. Okay, what's the next script? Daddy's Home. Sweet. Alright, guys, that's what I think about Daddy's Home. What do you guys think about it? Have you guys seen it? If you guys haven't, then don't waste your time. Watch The Other Guys. It's a much better and funnier movie with Mark Wahlberg actually trying. Like, Daddy's Home, Mark Wahlberg doesn't try at all. Like, Will Ferrell, I think he's trying, but Mark Wahlberg just doesn't give a flying fuck the entire movie. There is a funny little moment at the end, though, so I guess it's worth it just for the moment at the end. Literally the last few seconds. Alright, guys, if you want, you can follow me on Twitter at I'mJust_420. And guys, check out my other reviews. I have reviews for The Hateful Eight, Anomalisa, Sleeping with Other People, Man Up, a bunch of things. Go check those out. Give me love, subscribe, like, blah, blah, blah. Yes!